Last thing we're going to talk about is the Odyssey. The Odyssey. It's been blowing up. Race swap galore. Trans swap galore. Yeah, it is just peak Hollywood. It is the culmination of everything wrong with Hollywood. And I think that the producers, well, I mean, I know Nolan wanted to make a film about the Odyssey, but the backers and the producers and everyone behind this project in Hollywood, I think it was their last shebang. It's kind of like, if this doesn't work, then we're screwed. Where they're pushing every single radical left-wing, insane Hollywood agenda, like the trans stuff, the feminist stuff, the race swap stuff, all of the most subversive ideologies, and cramming it into this one film, and then slapping Christopher Nolan's name on it because his name has prestige in modern Hollywood for some reason. And they're trying to say, okay, this is our last stand. And I just, I don't think it's gonna work. The internet hasn't been very fond. And this isn't even a left or right issue. This is just a desecration of, and it's so disrespectful of like a very foundational story of the West, the Odyssey by Homer. It is one of two foundational epic poems written by Homer, right? The Odyssey, the Iliad. And it is like a very, very epic story that everyone knows, everyone understands all around the world. They're still studying it and still reading it to this day. And like we covered before, it is just a demoralization tactic. Now look at the internet. Look at this. For the final trailer of the Odyssey, you have 62,000 likes, 493,000 dislikes. It is the most disliked Hollywood trailer since Snow White. And we all know what happened to Snow White. It bombed. No one watched it. No one wanted to see a Hispanic Snow White. No one wanted to see Snow Brown. We wanted to see a Snow White whose skin is supposed to be as fair and light as the snow. But instead, we had a boss babe, insufferable, left-wing feminist like Rachel Zegler become Snow White. And of course, no one's going to watch that. She's not attractive. She's not pretty. She's insufferable. And she's not white. She's not Snow White. If anything. Like, can you cast someone that makes sense? Remember The Little Mermaid when they casted a black woman? Yes, like black people who are famously known for swimming well. Yes, we're going to cast a black person. And yes, maybe because, you know, when you're really deep under the sea, you don't get, your skin doesn't, right? Your melanin doesn't react to the sunlight because you're so deep under the sea. So yeah, maybe you're a little dark skinned then. But then, wait, but that doesn't make sense, right? Because, yeah, you get melanin because you get in contact with the sea. So people are like, oh, yeah, but they didn't come in contact with the sea, they'll have dark skin. But that doesn't work because when you come in contact with the sun, that's when you have darker skin. So, and by all aspects, like, how are you going to cast a black woman as mermaid? Oh, that's the little Mermaid as Ariel. Oh, it's just a cartoon show. It's just a cartoon show. It doesn't matter. You know what? I will literally, if there's enough support for this, I will literally make a Korean Black Panther. Like, let's make a Korea Wakanda. I'm dead serious. If you guys are down for this, maybe we can crowdfund this because it's just a fake story, right? Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's get Korean Wakanda. Let's do it and see how they react because it's not about all of their excuses and all their reasonings. Again, it's just all lies and deflections meant to subvert everything that you love and everything that you hold dear. And it's true. Look at this. So Lupita Nyong'o, who plays Helen of Troy, said this in an interview recently, and this went mega viral. Check this out.
I'd be like, so Homer, how do you feel about the screen time given to these women, considering how little you spend with them? Okay.
And then do you lean forward and look at him like that?
Yes, like, remember us? I'd be like...
This is why I always tell white people, stop being so cringe. Like when white people try to indulge the delusions and the clownery of black people, oh yeah, so you're gonna look over like this and tell them that too? It's like, white people, what are you doing? Like, it's so cringe. it's not actually a good thing that she's going to be disrespecting one of the greatest works of Western mythology and literature. I'm going to look at Homer saying, why aren't there more women in your stories? But also, by the way, because you couldn't get them. Like, that's literally every single left-wing insult. You're a virgin. Oh, you can't get women. And then, like, they always say that because it's all projection. Because they say it to people who objectively get women, right? I mean, like, I'm not like the most macho guy, but I've never had trouble going on dates or securing a date or having a girlfriend. Like, it's never worked out. That's why I'm not married yet. So we're praying for a godly woman who will become my wife and my helpmate, I guess, I don't want to say partner in crime because I don't believe in partners, like marriage or partners, but, my partner in crime and someone who I can spend the rest of my life with. My one flesh. We're still looking, but I've never had trouble with that. And that's always the insult that they say because why? It's always projection. It's always projection. That's their miserable state. They haven't been able to secure and find the love that they so desired. And so they see those who do have, and they're like, that's all cope. It's all lies. You couldn't get the girl. It's like, okay, even then, like, even if you are a virgin, so what? That's a good thing. Save yourself for your spouse because sex is for a covenantal marriage and is for intimacy within a marriage. So it's not like, I don't even know, like, I think Nyong'o is supposed to be Christian. But it's like, why are you insulting Homer for not getting girls? Oh, it's so insufferable. And look at this. She revealed in a cover story for Elle magazines that she had never heard of Homer's ancient Greek text before Christopher Nolan cast her. She didn't even know what the Odyssey was. We was kings. We was scholars and she. What's the Odyssey? What's Homer? Like, why are we casting people who hate the original source material, will desecrate it to uplift themselves and feel good and pompous about themselves, and completely destroy everything that it stood for? Like, I am not someone who's like, oh, like the Odyssey is some sacred, divinely inspired text and like we shouldn't be blasphemous. But the thing is, these Western stories and mythologies and legends are important for morale and the social fabric and identity of Western civilization. The whole point of all of this, it's a humiliation ritual where foreign operatives and subversives and enemies of Western civilization are taking our legends, our myths, our stories, our heroes, and saying, we will desecrate them, we will spit on them, we will subvert them, and we will show you that, yeah, actually, screw you. We have conquered you. That's what it is. And so you might say, just don't watch it. Yeah, let's not watch it. But you can't just look over it and say, whatever, Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. Because Hollywood still, by and large, is the most powerful institution for entertainment in America. It still holds prestige for the average American. So yes, while the average American might not like the trans swapping, the gender swapping, the race swapping, and the overt left-wing propaganda shoved in their faces 24/7, they still hold Hollywood in prestige. That's dropping for sure, but the goal should be to reclaim Hollywood. Of course, if it burns out, it burns down, but the goal for the right wing in America should be to reclaim Hollywood. So I think this guy probably has an insightful commentary on this. What did he say? How long is it? Okay, it's pretty long, but we'll read it. I think this is actually pretty good. So Helen's beauty sparks a war, and Helen of Troy, of course, it's her beauty is what sparked the war, and that's why casting Lupita Nyong'o for her role. I'm not saying Lupita Nyong'o is like crazy ugly, but she is not beautiful. You don't look at her like, oh, she's so beautiful. Anyways, we cover that. If you want to know about my comments about beauty and the whole like egalitarianism of beauty, you can watch previous episode. But here, so Helen's beauty sparks a war. Athena is a strategic goddess guiding Odysseus Penelope embodies clever loyalty. Circa turns men into pigs, which frankly is the most realistic female character arc in literature. Calypso traps the hero on an island for 7 years. Cassandra can literally see the future, but nobody listens, making her the first woman in recorded history to experience a meeting. The sirens weaponize music. Nausicaa saves Odysseus when he washes up naked and useless. Andromache gives one of the most devastating anti-war speeches in the Iliad. Hecuba is basically the emotional wreckage of empire in human form. Aphrodite starts half of the problems in Western civilization by being hot and petty. Hera is running divine opposition research. Thetis gets Zeus involved because Achilles is having a workplace dispute. But apart from Helen, Athena, Penelope, Circa, Calypso, Cassandra, the Sirens, Nausicaa, Andromache, Hecuba, Aphrodite, Hera, and Thetis, what has Homer ever done to give female characters attention? That's why it's so funny, right? Like, they make up problems. Left-wingers, activists, Hollywood grievance grifters, they make up problems to complain about. The same thing they do to video games. Oh, you just hate playing as a female protagonist. What? Dude, there's so many male gamers who gooned to female protagonists. They just hate ones who are ugly, insufferable, and boss babes. The same thing with any story, any movie. The Shang-Shock Redemption. Oh, there's not enough women who talked in it. Only gave like a few seconds. Yeah, because it took place in a male prison. Why would you have women in a male prison? How does that make any sense? So they make up problems to complain about. And then they pat themselves on the back feeling good as if they have accomplished something great. And so the PR, the press tour, the global tour for the Odyssey, look at where they're going. They're going to London, July 6th, Paris, July 8th. And so I think London, July 6th was the world premiere. I don't even know where it was. I don't really care at this point. It's at Paris, Mumbai, New York City, Beijing, Seoul. But notice where there isn't a stop for the global world tour. Greece. I wonder why. It is the quintessential Greek mythological narrative. It's a story of Greek mythology, a legendary one at that. They won't even go to Greece. Why? Because they know when they go to Greece, they're going to be completely slammed and destroyed. Christopher Nolan could have casted Greek people. Instead, he casted every other person aside from Greek people. Casted Indians, casted blacks, casted Asians, casted trans. But just couldn't cast Greeks. So their whole mantra about casting people who are ethnically fit for the role, that only goes one way. It only goes for when you're talking about blacks and browns and maybe Asians occasionally. But never for Western stories because they take it to subvert it. And lastly, if you can show a video of Elliot Page at the red carpet event of the premiere, this just embodies the entirety of the Odyssey right here. If you can mute the music so we don't get copyrighted. Yeah. It's dead. Just dead eyes. There's nothing going on there. Like, she's coping so hard. It's just dead eyes, and it's sad. It is really sad. It's sad to see. And if you can show like another picture of Elliot Page in, what's it called? Go back. Go back to my profile. I retweeted it. There's a picture of Elliot Page standing with the cast members, and it's so funny. Look how small she is. Look how small she is. She's like 5 foot, so small. And we're supposed to believe that Elliot Page, who's actually Ellen Page, was like a Greek warrior. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, dude. This is so dead on arrival. This is so dead on arrival. I don't think I'm even going to hate watch. Sometimes I hate watch this stuff, but I don't even think I'm going to hate watch because, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If I have time, maybe I'll hate watch. It's all demoralization. And it's going to flop, and I hope it flops really hard, and I hope they lose like so much money. Because it's not even a vindictive thing, but things like this need to crash and burn because it's so terrible for societal morale and for entertainment, broadly speaking. So Odyssey is going to fail. Homer's rolling in his grave. The Greeks are pissed. But it is what it is. They're going to just continuously push their godless ideologies through. And yeah, Christopher Nolan is an overrated director anyways. So I hope this is what puts a nail in the coffin to finally make people realize that Christopher Nolan is not some crazy brilliant director. He's actually overrated, and he's a sophist. He thinks he's smarter and more creative when he's not. And he makes these weird creative choices that make no sense, and it results in a bad product, a bad film. That's what it does.